Am I right in understanding that there is no shame in being a monkey?
What a shame to be a monkey. Well, a monkey is, as it were, one of the groups of primates and 2 arms for a leg, because a man is a monkey. This does not mean that he, let's say a chimpanzee, is the smartest man, a monkey. But we need to sort of justify this in general. That is, the smartest is not that 100% innate properties. Potential is an innate quality everyone possesses, but realization is necessary. Even if this is the most potentially intelligent monkey, it tries hard to show that it isn't very intelligent. However, this is a personal issue. To be honest, she discredits herself. Therefore, it's necessary to be a reasonable monkey, and then everything will be okay.
All right. What is your evidence? In short, what is the evidence you most often present?
Man is a monkey. Well, the most banal thing is anatomy. Morphology, of course, that is, our entire structure is the structure of monkeys. Well, if you compare it with anyone there, I don't know yet, there are pigs there. Except for sea seals, there is no difference with the pipe teeth there. Well, a man is a monkey in all respects. Moreover, according to some parameters, it is difficult to distinguish a human from a monkey even teeth. Well, this is the basis of systematics. If there is anything for human mammals, I don't know, an orangutan. An orangutan, which is not only a direct close relative, it can be difficult to distinguish them individually. Here is the humerus of a human and a chimpanzee. Try to distinguish here. Well, I might distinguish here, but here you are very not sure. And, well, as if we have paleontology, we have a number of ancestors. Well, there for the most ancient times there, well, at least there from prepared, we can consider 65 million years. And even there from Kistipara and fish of some type, there are 365 million years. Well, we have this series of ancestors that show, yes, we alcicinated, there were ancient monkeys there, I don't know what kind there. Siemens Egyptopithecus Adenus Tucalipithec Isthmites. Well, at the level of Nacalipec, they dispersed, and in our direction, Isthmites and humans, and in the other direction, actually, some chimpanzees with gorillas, for example. Well, this is the common ancestor of us and chimpanzees and gorillas and orangutans and gibbons and even macaques. In general, they were all monkeys. Well, this is also a monkey, so we are a monkey, but an advanced monkey, but I don't know what kind of long tail or some kind of hand. They are much more advanced. Their parameters have not changed more during this time than ours. Well, the hand is even half a monkey, but nevertheless, in some parameters, it has advanced further in the dental system, for example. And we have physiology. Well, from humans to monkeys, organs can be transplanted in different directions. Well, from man to monkey, I remember no one really did the opposite side. They transplanted, and people lived there with chimpanzee kidneys. They transplanted something from baboons in South Africa. Well, it works perfectly for itself. Well, basic genetics, in the most obvious way, we are 94% from chimpanzees, according to certain calculations. 98% are the same. By the way, the difference between any beetles of the same genus may be greater. That is, Mispanzee are generally twin species. Strictly speaking, well, on a scale, if you look at it from the point of view of insects, for example, or are there any plants there? We are generally the same, and they're in some kind of milky form. There are 2,000 species. They are so different from each other that you directly wonder why they are even the same mouth, but botanical ideas. Well, human chimpanzees are much more similar to each other. There is even a proposal in one mouth. Well, this is probably too much, but nevertheless. And, well, these can be cited as if the data of poetology in our behavior of humans and chimpanzees are surprisingly similar. In fact, in both directions. That is, we see almost how chimpanzees are capable of many things that are considered exclusively human. Well, like, I don't know, jokes, cheating, swearing. Other animals like monkeys, such as not only chimpanzees but also gorillas and orangutans, have similar capabilities. However, their abilities seem to get stuck at the level of a 2-year-old human child. From the age of 2, when we begin to speak, we just start while they appear to get stuck at that stage. But we accelerate rapidly from there, which makes us superior monkeys.